Me or a new Lamborghini?
Lambo.
What about me or a Honda Civic?
What year?
I guess 2002?
Yeah. Probably has less miles than you on it.
Hey, yo!
What?
What's your age?
30. 38.
What's the most challenging thing about dating in your 30s as a man?
I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I've moved to different places throughout the country. And I feel like for men, it takes longer, especially as an entrepreneur, to become successful. So I've almost backed off from dating just because I feel like as a man, you need to have a certain amount of money to bring a woman into your life. And for me, I'm still in that process of building. And so I've kind of pushed dating off a little bit. Maybe the woman I'm with is super okay with me being on that journey and working and hustling and whatnot, but as a male, that just feels like too much pressure. And over time, no matter what anybody says, there's a clock and to a point where eventually that's going to put strain on the dynamic.
Would you be open to dating a woman who didn't have a job?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
We would like to be able to live a life where the women, our wives, don't have to work. They can if they want to, but they don't have to. And so to attain a level of wealth, to be able to provide that to them, have nannies for the kids, make life easy, that's still a work in progress. So that's the next step.
Do you think a woman would be open to dating a man who doesn't have a job?
Probably not.
Probably not. If it's semi-serious to serious, she's going to want a guy to have a job because she wants stability and security.
That's the difference, right? Men are willing to date women without jobs, but a woman would never date a man without a job. Not these days, and unless you're a teenager or something.
Do you believe in marriage in the 21st century?
Not really, because men doesn't want to get married these days.
Whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Argentina.
Do you think this is mainly because of a cultural thing, or is it mainly in Argentina, or do you think all over?
The men I met in Argentina, they don't want to commit.
If they don't want to commit, what do you think they are after?
Be with a lot of women and have fun until they are really old, and then
Then they think about it.
Yeah.
Unless you're getting married for religious reasons, there's absolutely no incentive for a guy to get married because we have everything to lose and nothing to really gain. You can do the same thing with your partner in life. You don't need that legal document, especially since most countries, after 6 months, she becomes a common law living with you and has the exact same rights as a wife would anyways.
Up to some crazy shit this morning. This girl texted me, "Hey, good morning, handsome. Hope you have a great day." I immediately blocked her. Deleted her number. Don't want to hear from her again. Already lying to me? Handsome? Don't play with me.
What do you do for work?
Nothing.
Why not?
Dead this money. My father just gave me money every month and I live here in Miami.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Where are you guys from?
Italy.
So what do you do with your life?
Just hang out with girls, go in the clubs
This guy has an amazing life. So let me ask you this. How long is this lifestyle going to last?
until I get bored.
Are you not bored yet?
Absolutely not.
So your dad is okay with paying your bills and taking care of you for how long?
Until I get bored.
And then when you get bored, what are you going to do?
Let's see.
How does someone get this opportunity like you do?
Just make your father work. I don't know.
Even this guy's got a sugar daddy.
If you're driving 80 miles per hour, how long does it take for you to go 80 miles?
Like 2 hours? You're going 80 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hour and a half? Well, if you're going 80 miles an hour,
But
it's gonna take
how
more
long does
than
it
an
take
hour
you to
and a
get to 80?
Oh, you're right.
It takes you you have to
Yeah,
build
so
up speed.
like 2 hours.
Like an hour 45.
Alright. Is that right? Do we get the money?
I think that was right.
The only problem with solitude is that once you taste its unmatched peace, you crave it endlessly. It's like solitude spoils you for everything else, and you find yourself yearning to be alone again. Being alone never felt right. Sometimes it felt good, but it never felt right. I had already found that it was not good to be alone, and so made companionship with what there was around me, sometimes with the universe and sometimes with my own insignificant self.
In my opinion, the ultimate test of knowing if you're truly happy is spending a large amount of time alone by yourself and being okay with that.
They will go through men like you and me like a hot knife through butter until they find the guy that will give them the best vacations and the best lifestyle. Women always want to marry up and across. Always, 100% of the time. If you can't improve her life and have evidence that her life is going to be better, you are just entertaining her while she's still scanning for the guy that's going to give her a better life. And it's got nothing to do with attraction. Nothing. Women marry a lifestyle, not the man.
Sadly true. In how many cultures do parents force you to marry someone within your own social class or someone that is rich and successful? You hear this all your life, always the parents telling the daughters especially to marry someone that's successful, that has money, to provide you a comfortable life. And in some ways I can see that for sure. But now I think that comfortable lifestyle is a very, very high standard that not a lot of people can actually meet. Where back in the day, that standard wasn't so high. You just needed like a home, a job, some basic things for life. But now it's become to a point of luxury. Women always want something incredible and they're not willing to settle for some mediocre stuff.
So what? Women want you to pay for things. Oh, she's a gold digger, bro. She just wants you for your money. Yeah, so what? No shit. What should they do? Do you think that they should date you for all the untapped potential you imagine you have? And I also just think it's weird that you don't want to pay expensive stuff for your woman. Personally, I like women with nice taste. So when they're out in the world or by my side, that's a representation of me. So if she looks good, she's put together, she's got the bag, she's got the earrings, she's got the necklace, whatever, that makes me look good. She's driving around a nice car through the city and people know that that's, oh shit, that's his girl. That's dope. I like that. So I don't understand why people are complaining. And what should you do? What's the alternative? Should you have a sports car and your wife is driving around a Toyota Corolla? What is it? What do you want? Of course they want to eat off your plate, and you should want that for them. What are you upset about?
So what should they do? Yeah, maybe they should date you for you as a person. Whatever happened to loving somebody for who they are. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying go date somebody on the streets with no home, no way to feed you, all that stuff. But if a guy's got a job, he's got some money and is able to provide you with some kind of stability and security, why do you need somebody making 6 or 7 figures?
Do you prefer a stay-at-home wife or a woman that gets her own bread?
Heidi.
Hi. How you doing?
23 years.
Okay, so my question was, does he prefer a stay-at-home wife or a woman that gets her own bread?
Stay home.
Stay at home?
These are my 4 kids.
Well, the reason is because masculinity has to be earned and femininity has to be protected and preserved. And if you got a woman that's out working, trying to find her own bread, you better make sure you're a lot better.
How come you took offense when I called you a 7?
Because I'm not a fucking 7. Do I look like a 7?
You need to fucking relax.
But why would you care what someone thinks?
I know my worth and I'm not a 7.
But why would you care what someone thinks?
Huh?
Why should you care what someone thinks?
Because I'm not a 7. Honestly, I really...
Then if you're not a 7, you're not a 7. You shouldn't care what a guy thinks.
I feel like I'm in a sweet spot with dating, honestly, because I'm in my 30s, so I can date a little younger and I can go a little older, but I think I'm done dating younger, like especially women under 25. Like, I don't feel like there's anything I can talk to a 22-year-old about at this point in my life. Because if we're on a date, she's going to be sitting there talking about Travis and Taylor, and I got to sit there and be like, you know, I started taking fish oil for my knees. You know, just like, look at that, I don't grunt when I get up no more. And once you hit 30, people are very adamant about you starting a family, too. And I'm very hesitant to have kids, because I'm one of 2 children. And when you're one of 2, there's always one kid that's dealing with irreparable trauma for the rest of their lives. And then there's the youngest. I'm the firstborn. It sucks being the firstborn. Being the firstborn sucks because you're raised by people that don't have kids. You ever think about that? Nobody wants to go on a pilot's first flight.
Yeah, you were just a guinea pig, a test run.
I am fascinated by how different men and women are. Like when a girl's having a terrible day, there's a lot she has to do. She has to vent to someone for an hour, she has to cry about it, she has to exercise, she has to eat something that's comforting but won't bloat her. Men have to watch one motivational sports-related TikTok. And they're like, yeah, let's get the fuck back out there. My guy tries to always give me what he would need. Like, I'll be crying on the couch, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's cliche, but on my period, I think the dog is mad at me. And then he just starts hurling motivational Kobe Bryant quotes at me. I'm like, I'm sitting there with a heating pad, and he's like, the second you give in is the second someone else wins.
That's the way it is for men. We can't sit around moping too long. You got to get up and man up and go out there and put in the work and try to improve yourself. Nobody really cares about men or their mental health. You got to take care of yourself. And if you like this video, want to see more content from videos around the internet, subscribe to the channel. We're nearly at 100 subscribers, hopefully onto 1,000 next. I'll see you guys next time.